Slap him for 88 million? No, I would eat that thing raw for a Snickers bar. Having normal lungs, or having the lungs of a smoker. Normal people. You're insane. People who can bite into ice creams. Sure I am, but what's your point? Putting your shirt on first versus putting your pants on first. I put my socks on first. Friendly reminder that after each passing day, you are closer to finding your soulmate. And your grave. Maybe the grave is my soulmate. I have depression. Or do you? I have depression. Which type of depression do you have? Can you imagine reading in one of these during a rainstorm? Imagine having this though. No wind, no bugs, no critters. Your own little bubble. I legitimately need this in my life. Imagine forcing a cat there with you. There are 2 types of people. What if you farted and you couldn't get out and you pretty much gassed yourself to death? 3 types of people. Don't hate veganism. Hate the people trying to shame you for what you eat. Cannibals. Noted. What if the only reason we can't walk through mirrors is because our reflection blocks us? What if they're protecting us though? What if they know that the other side is horrifying and painful and they are trying to keep us from ever crossing over? I must be on the wrong side of the mirror then. Maybe you're the reflection. Me around people versus me around those 2 people I'm comfortable with. Would you rather sweat but no bugs, or stay cool with a few? I would rather sweat. Which type of student are you? A or B? I was A. I tried to be organized at the start, but it all broke down. There are 2 types of people. People who hate the sound of their own voice. Morgan Freeman. I do A until I need to do B. True. There's 2 types of eating a straw to prove that turtles are babies. Eating a straw so the turtles don't have to. The 2 types of people. Good night. No, don't go to sleep. Good night. Night. It's 2 types of people in this world. You would as hell if you get in on the side where the water comes out from. I need to borrow a charger. I forgot to close out of recently used apps and it killed my battery. Counting on this to last the rest of the day. The types of single people. Desperately wants to be in a relationship. Desperately wants to remain single for as long as possible. I am both. When it comes to hot food, there are 2 types of people. You either blow your food until it cools down, or you just go until you can chew it. Damn bro, I felt that. What the hell? Eats large pizza with fries, coke, and dessert. Breathes around chocolate. Trees like this are best to sit under and read books or draw, or just relax and be alone. Or you can climb it and sit up in the foliage waiting for unsuspecting pedestrians to walk by so you can swing down on one of the roots with a Tarzan scream and kick them in the face before running from the traffic cops. 2 kinds of people. How my mother folds versus how I fold. The types of people going back to school. It's my first day of kindergarten. I hate school and I refuse to hold a sign unless it said I hated school. My life goal is to have enough $100 bills that fill a bathtub and I want to bathe in my glory and success. My life goal is to sneeze without farting. I think we're on 2 different paths in life. The 2 types of people in the winter. Winter Wonderland! Or what the hell is this? How can you not like winter? The 2 types of people. People die if they are killed. Did you really think that killing me would be enough to make me die? Morning poop at work or morning poop at home. People with common sense. Whenever I'm alone in a public bathroom, I will wait until the other person flushes, then pee as fast as I can so they won't hear it. I wait until it's dead silent, like when they're fixing their hair, and I take the hardest piss, and as I exit the stall, I stare at them in the face so they know my dominance over the bathroom. There are 2 types of people in the world. I'd love to sit there and just drink my tea, listening to the rain. I'd love to do the deed here and listen to the rain between moans. 2 kinds of people, and I am them both. There are 2... Okay. I went through a phase of doing it on the right. There are 2 types of people in the world. It's already 10 p.m. and it's only 10 p.m. and they marry each other. Collecting skins as a gamer versus collecting skins as a serial killer. There aren't 2 types of people. There are 3 types of people. The person who makes it but nearly doesn't make it, and the person who doesn't make it. Who are the most attractive people in this subreddit? Me. Not me. Why does Apple release an update every single week? Why do Android phones take forever to get an update? There are 2 types of people. A. I need to fill up. B. I got this. So what do? Do you set 1 alarm or set a bunch? I set a bunch of alarms. 2 types of players. Maybe the real treasure was the friends we made along the way. No, I want my gold. There are 2 types of cats. 3, but the 3rd one is just hiding. The 2 types of people. Which are you? I think the right is crazy. The types of people waking up. People waking up at 6 a.m. People still awake at 6 a.m. Y'all need to stop wishing death and pain on your enemies. It's psychotic. I wish life and learning on my enemies. May they live long enough to become my friends. I hope my enemies die and go to hell, no matter what. When people say, I can't draw, there really are 2 types. Have you ever seen a chicken strip? There are 2 kinds of people in this world. Poor people, rich people, degenerates who play videos at max volume in public. This is just old people, but they're just deaf, they don't know. There are 2 types. Which one are you? I respect both, because sometimes you ain't in the mood. Senior versus freshman girls at frat parties. Bro, creative is boring. Bro, just for 10 minutes. Hey, how are you? Do do much this weekend. I ended up, so basically loads of texting and then one text in one bubble. People who are antisocial and don't text anyone. There's 3, actually. I'm the one on the left. There's a guy cleaning my window and wow, this is awkward. Do I smile at him or something? Or do I just pretend he isn't there? Open your window so he falls down. Give him a strip show. 2 kinds of people at wintertime. My tail's froze and my nose is froze and my ears are froze and my toes are froze. And Santa. When you play Monopoly, are you organized or not? I would say I'm pretty organized. There are 2 types of horror game players. Ones who use normal brightness and ones who turn it all the way up. People who say Ez after winning. People who say GG after losing. Everyone you meet is fighting a battle you know nothing about. Be kind, always. Fight everyone you meet, always. There's a book sitting in front of you, and it contains all the bad things people have said about you behind your back. Would you open it? Oh yeah. Read it so you can find out what people really have to say about you, and how you can change your character to be a better person. Read it so you know what order to murder people in. There are 2 types of people. I think this just happens on Tumblr. People who failed No Nut November. People going strong in No Nut November. When there's only one donut left. Girls, you can take it. Boys, people who watch films versus people who work on films. Weirdos, or normal people. Is there a word that's a mix between angry and sad? Malcontented, disgruntled, miserable, desolated. Smad. There are 2 types of people. I just hate people who edit their Discord messages. You hate, oh, this guy hates himself. I get it. At 5 minutes, it's so cringe. At 5 minutes, I had to take a break from watching the video because I was laughing so hard. Do you un-orange like this or like this? Like this, and you will never know which like this I mean. Man, woman, white, black, poor, rich, people who think men over women, people who think women over men, people who don't double dip, people who flip the nugget upside down to double dip. The types of people when it comes to eating mangoes. My mom versus my dad's reaction to me getting into college. Wowie, I'm so proud of you. That's an accomplishment. That's good. There are 2 types of people. Is this milk bad? What does the due date say? Smell it. Things toddlers and I have in common. Don't want to go to bed. Why get dressed when I could keep playing in my PJs? I'm very tired and therefore I hate you. Just 5 more minutes. I haven't eaten and I'm hungry, so I'm gonna cry about it. That's true. Type A. The most 2000s photo ever. Why did we used to dress like this? Type B. Junie's shirts. I need them all. There are 2 types of people. Those who think, I don't want anyone to suffer like I did. And those who think, I suffered. Why shouldn't they? This is an important distinction. Who would win? One of the most complex and arguably the most vital organ contained within the human body? Some salty boys. Those who eat the hell out of the bread versus those who don't. The types of people in... So, when you're checking for your heartbeat, what do? Or a pulse? I go to my hand, not my neck. There's 2 kinds of dogs. Hey, how do you ask what a glass of water is doing? A glass of water is an inanimate object and is incapable of having a thought process or understanding English. What are you doing? Looks like a great place for a tree fort. Looks like a great place to do drugs. The 2 types of people. Which one are you? You can be both. Meet in the middle. Dance all night. The 2 ADHD moods. I can't do it. I can't stop doing it. The 2 types of ADHD time. Now, not now. The 2 ADHD memory modes. I literally cannot recall the words that just came out of my mouth. I can recite the opening paragraph of every single Magic Treehouse book. Social distancing. Anti-social distancing. Do you ever get a ring stuck on your finger and it's just like, no, I didn't commit to this? Is this how marriages work? Is this how Lord of the Rings works? Yes and yes. This is the first ever photograph of a black hole unveiled by scientists this morning. Space is but unreal. We live in such an exciting time for science and technology. Saw an Italian today. Are you safe? Wild or domesticated? So the types of people. People who shower for 3 minutes and people who shower for 3 hours. The types of teens. The internet people / gamers. The partying / drinking teens. And both think that the other ones are losers. No, you can't just execute people who commit horrible murders. Heh heh heh. Electrical chair go bzzz. The types of teachers in the world. 10 words I can spell right. 3 out of 10. See me after class. Write 5 words you can spell. Glass headstones. Imagine a graveyard full of these on a sunny day. It would be so beautiful. I would position mine so that every day when the sun was in the right position, it would set fire to the roof of someone I hated, thus achieving revenge from beyond the grave every single night. There are 2 kinds of people. Dudes with father issues. I never had an authority figure, so I'll just base my personality around these cool dudes. I'm a cute little femboy uwu. I wonder what places I have already visited for the last time. Holy, oh no, the gym, never going there again. The 2 types of people when you talk about horror movies. It's weird, I'm scared of horror movies, but not really scared of horror animes. I guess because it's more psychological. Wishing I was on a balcony in Italy, wearing a long floral dress, eating fresh fruit, and staring at the sunset and landscape escape below me. Wish I was the Hulk. I wish I was the Hulk too. Please stop adding "there are two kinds of people," and that escalated quickly, to text posts. There are two kinds of rapid escalation. Well, that peopled twicely. There are two. How do you open a door? Left or right? I've never known anyone to open it like the right one. Me and our dog, and my wife and our cat. Two types of green activists. I want to talk to the people responsible for climate policy. We demand changes. I'll destroy priceless paintings and block the roads. Pardon me for my poor choice of words. If I make a mistake in English, please don't correct me. I have no respect for this language. I asked for a highlighter, and they are both a highlighter, just different types. Using only 3 words, make the happiest sentence you can. I am strong. Mum brought McDonald's. So when you read a book, do you use a bookmarker, or are you Satan? I guess I'm sometimes Satan. I think it's good though, because it adds character to the book. A book needs to have scratches and scuffs. That's what makes a story. Because if a story was perfect, no one would be interested in reading it. The types of people most excited for autumn. Which one are you? Yeah, I'm guilty of this. I don't like it, but I'm guilty of this. I need to clear my emails. So my classmates just asked our professor if his shirt is missing a second part. There are 2 types of people in this world. 1, those who can extrapolate from incomplete data, and you can only pick one. Choose wisely. Anime cat girlfriend, she loves you. Iron Golem guardian, he will protect you. Cat girlfriend. There are 2 types of people in this world. Avoid them both. Until next time, friends. There are 2 kinds of people. The ones that pack 6 days before a trip, and the ones that wake up day of and realize they need to do a load of laundry. Is this your husky dog? No, he's a pure blood, half blue-eyed Alaskan wolf husky dog. What breed is he? Orange. He's stupid, that's his breed. There are usually 2 types of merchant. I think the right one would bargain more. The left one is set on the price. The 2 types of shoppers. No job versus job. There are 2 types of Valentine's Day celebrations. Some roses and some cakes. I'll take some alcohol. Studying has 2 types. A hard subject which can't be studied. An easy subject that doesn't need to be studied. How would you describe the planet you live in to an alien? Wonderful overall. We have a few kinks to work out though. In need of eradication. There are 2 types of people. Also, I'm going to immediately unpack as soon as I get home. And my sister said she's not touching her suitcase until next week. Your sister's just like me. The duality of man. Is she dating someone? I hope whoever she ends up with makes her immensely happy. Nice bird. Memento Mori ring, England. Late 17th to early 18th century. You could put a skittle in there. Wouldn't a ring like this meant to be used to carry a little poison? But consider, you could put a skittle in there. People in movies have this kind of breakfast, and they only grab a strawberry and be like, gotta go, hun. Only in movies. People who go, ooh, big stretch, when a dog stretches. Sociopaths. My friend's cat got his head stuck in a vase, freaked out, broke the vase, and was left with this. Some cats does this. Ancient Egyptian pharaoh. Oh, what a look. Starts wearing huge gold collars. Pothead. Not sure why people don't automatically say shapeshifting when asked what they want their superpower to be. You could become anyone you want, even fictional characters, anyone. Cosplay would always be spot on. Dysphoria wouldn't exist. Perfection. Rob a bank and disguise yourself as a stray pen lying on a shelf when the cops come. Just imagine a single pen surrounded by $500,000. They arrest the pen. My mum versus my dad. Parents of the year. How was your day, sweetie? There was a fire today on campus, I think. Did you get hurt? Hope you and Ash are okay. There was a fire today at school. Did you start it? The types of people in the world to go, no, I'm scared, you ask them. And for God's sake, move, I'll ask. 2 types of people on the internet. Angry boomer, depressed zoomer, obnoxious doomer, for hire gooner. Oh, oops, that's not to say gooner. And just something completely different. Not safe for work loving Kuma, brain dead goober, low-key groomer. Y'all want to talk about generational divides? I don't know anyone under 40 who separates laundry into lights and darks. What are you thinking about? How I will have nothing but meaningless, empty relationships for the rest of my life. How no one is genuine and everyone is fake. How empty I am. And how in the mood I am. How I wish things were different. How they're not. Wondering how we will end up. Them wings I got downstairs in the fridge. A social life versus having success. Social life with no success. Success with no social life. All is perfect. If artistic people are forced to take years of math and science, then why don't sciencey people have to take art and music classes? Someone found a real life plot hole. Boom. And if you're bad at art and music, then it's okay. Not everyone has an aptitude for those kind of things. But if you're bad at math and science, then you're not smart / you're not trying hard enough. Grasshopper 250 meter test. Ring of Fire. The music selection, the camera angles, and the complete lack of people all combined to add such a surreal touch to this video. Your mum's pee-pee has arrived. What have I told you? There are only 2 types of people people that think there are only 2 types of people and those that don't. Game, you need to be about level 20 to defeat this boss. Me, oh geez, I better go do some grinding. Me, 2 weeks later over leveled by 80, returning to the boss. I'm your god now. Game, says the same thing. My level 2 self, who was about to have a come to Jesus meeting. That is just a recommendation, right? 2 types of games. There's 2 types of anger. One is dry and the other is wet. And basically wet anger is when your eyes water and your voice shakes. And I hate that because I feel weak and when I'm crying while angry. I like dry anger, when your face is like stone and your voice is sharp. I guess wet anger shows that you care too much and dry anger means you're done. This is the best description ever. What came first, the chicken or the egg? I don't know. The first animal that would fully evolve into what biologically is chicken came from the egg of the ancestor in its genetic line. Therefore, the egg came first. The churg. There are 2 types of civilizations. I like the one on the right. I think that's in Japan. Well, one of the things I remember when I went to Japan is vending machines were everywhere. There are 2 types of British. Yeah, bosh. I don't even know what this image is. I'm trying to figure it out, but I don't know. Okay, so apparently there are 2 types of people. People who can So, no, not really. Jesus and non-Jesus. If you eat chocolate on the right, I expect you to not share it. But if it's on the left, you're probably going to share it. Or you just have chocolate etiquette. I don't know. There are 2 types of people. Those who drop ice and pick it up. Those who drop ice and kick it under the fridge. I usually pick it up, wash it under a tap, then put it back in my drink. It's clean. People who can open pickle jars versus people who just break them. And then you eat a pickle off the floor. Ugh. Pickles are gross. A good YouTube comment. OMG, thanks for all the likes. Most I've ever got. I did this as a kid. I don't think it's bad. I remember I got 8,000 likes on a video. I forgot which video, but I said thanks for the likes. And then an argument broke out. There's always an argument. The types of people in multiplication. 6 times 9 equals 54. If 6 times 10 is 60, then 60 minus 6 is 54. So 6 times... I was not taught math this way. There are 2 types of people. Sane, rational human beings. People who don't clear the microwave timer. Who would win in a fight, Sonic or Bowser? Sonic beat a cosmic being. He absolutely no diffs Bowser. I'm gonna say Bowser just to annoy Sonic fans. The types of people, when it's snowy, I shouldn't drive in the snow. Whee! I choose you, and I'll choose you over and over and over. Without pause and without a doubt. In a heartbeat, I'll keep choosing you. Me, when I go to a restaurant and order the same meal I order every time. I want to run away, but like in a Ghibli movie. Like I take a block of cheese, a loaf of bread and some apple, and wander through the flower-speckled mountains wrapped up in a shawl, and I happen to wander into a moving castle and fall in love with a cute wizard. Me, deep in the woods, dragging a duffel bag of craft singles and hopelessly lost. Where's Totoro? So, are you organized or well, is that unorganized? Yeah, I guess it is. I'm unorganized. For some reason, airports are the best places to me because they are so big and cool. And if you're not in a hurry, you can watch the planes and just relax, and you have the opportunity to just go everywhere in the entire world. You can steal the bags at baggage claim area so easily. Okay, criminal. That's where my bags went. Singing bowl plus water equals fun. POV. You are entering the gates of heaven. Amidst the white clouds, you begin to hear this music. It attracts you towards it. You gently push the gate in front of you and see hundreds of thousands of fountains that regain youth, love, and trust. It heals any pain and trauma. Sounds like someone who's trying to take a piss but is being abducted by an alien beam at the same time. Okay, no more 2 types, 4 types. So people who are in love, playing games together in love, shouting but in love, and you. The 2 types of fantasy writers. Feverishly calculating the body mass of your dragon species. Spent 5 hours last night researching the origins of steel. Losing sleep over horseshoes. 20 tabs open. Should a cockatrice be warm-blooded? Will die if they don't immediately figure out when honeybees were first domesticated. 2. How about make-believe land has anything you want? As a society, valuing convenience over experience is why everything sucks today. Blockbuster was an experience. The movie theater was an experience. Music stores were an experience. Arcades, I don't want to sit in my house forever. I don't want everything streamed to my electronics. I want to sit in front of the big silver screen for 2 hours with a Coke freeze and come out with my life changed. I want to live and I don't care the cost. For some of us, the experience is exactly why we don't want to go out for these things. I think they made a pretty good point about experience. It's true. A lot of these things which had such a spark to, like renting a movie at Blockbuster, it's gone.